There has to be a way to make our children safer. That's the message the parents of a little girl killed at Nashville's Covenant School want you to hear. Thanks for being with us tonight at 6. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. In their first interview, Katie and Mike Dieckhauses say they are determined to honor their daughter Evelyn's memory by fighting for change that will protect other children. They sat down with News Channel 5 investigative reporter Phil Williams to talk about that fight.
And in talking with the couple, Katie Dieckhauses had a startling revelation that she had previously begged Tennessee lawmakers to do something about gun violence. That was 2 years before their daughter was gunned down.
This was found in Evelyn's things. I'm not 100% sure she did that or not, but we liked it.
For Katie and Mike Dieckhauses, in the days since the shooter gunned down 3 children and 3 adults at Nashville's Covenant School back in March, they found quiet comfort in the pink messages of encouragement that friends sprinkled around their home while they were away.
We walked into our house, and our house was covered with uplifting verses.
Bible verses all
that
throughout.
Are carrying us, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to take them down.
Let's see, if they're fear not, I am with you.
Yeah.
Be not dismayed. You need to be reminded that every now and then, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, all the time. All the time.
Yet in grieving the senseless murder of their 9-year-old daughter, Evelyn.
And so I wrote an email, the only email I've written to lawmakers.
Katie came across an email she had written to Tennessee state lawmakers 2 years before. At the time, the legislature was preparing to pass a bill to make it easier for Tennesseans to go out in public carrying guns, just as a road rage shooting on Interstate 24 was making the news.
After reading about the road rage shooting on Highway 24 and a witness comparing it to the Wild West, I have to write this tonight.
In her email, Katie expressed fears for the safety of her 2 precious young daughters.
I do not know if you all have children, but do you really want to teach them to fight towards others this way? What if they're not quick to the draw? Like in the Wild West. This is where we're heading, and it breaks my heart.
A sentiment even more heartbreaking now with the loss of their sweet little Evelyn. You wrote that never expecting it would hit so close to home.
I was hoping not. That was why I wrote it.
What do we want? Gun control! What do we want now?
A few weeks after protests began on Capitol Hill, the Dieckhauses decided it was time for them to take their story and Evelyn's story to lawmakers.
The lawmakers who we were talking with, who had been very engaging, very emotional with us, very sorrowful, and they were, wanted to know, they said, what can we do?
And that's when Evelyn's dad says they would often pick up on an immediate sense of discomfort.
And we said, look, we don't know what to do, but we think that something needs to be done on the side of firearms. And you just you could just feel the room change.
It was not a subject they wanted to discuss.
It certainly didn't seem like it.
This is not what democracy looks like.
Even with protesters during a special legislative session demanding changes in gun laws.
This isn't more dangerous than a gun.
The grieving couple, both of whom come from families who are gun owners, was told by some lawmakers that guns were really not the issue.
One comment was, our daughter was killed by a person and not a gun. That was a really tough one for me to swallow because I think we can all agree it does take both.
And you had people who compared guns to rocks.
Yes.
Never mind that Evelyn was shot multiple times. Never mind that she never had a chance.
Somebody said she could have been killed with a rock, and
she could have been hit by a car.
I would say, if I put a rock in front of you and a gun in front of you, and which one are you going to choose if you're getting in a fight?
Or which one would you choose for your child to be presented with?
Some have even argued that the shooter's trans identity is the real issue.
I don't have anger and hatred. We both don't. towards the person that did this to our girl. She was not well. The fact that this person was able to walk in and purchase multiple firearms with ease is so hard for me to continue to wrap my mind around. That's where I am really struggling.
It would never have saved our children.
For other Covenant families whose children were at school that day, the lack of progress in the legislature has been disheartening. Still, the Dieckhauses say they have not lost hope.
As meetings have progressed, it has gotten better and more conversation is happening.
On March 27th, 2023, our lives were forever changed.
Katie has now joined the board of Voices for a Safer Tennessee, a coalition of Democrats and Republicans who are lobbying for temporary transfer laws to take guns out of the hands of the mentally ill where there is a real risk, universal background checks, and safe storage laws to cut the risk of guns being stolen from vehicles and falling into the wrong hands. Polls show all of those ideas are overwhelmingly supported by Tennesseans, although the Republican supermajority has refused to consider them.
And we're trying so hard to just work in the middle and come together in the middle. And there's a lot of people that feel that way.
There are some who say, based on what we know now about the shooter, none of these laws would have made a difference. What is your answer to that?
My answer is that we're not trying to go back in time and save Evelyn. We're trying to save all these other kids that are out there.
Now that lawmakers have returned to session, Katie and Mike say they are not expecting miracles, but they are praying for progress.
As you think about doing justice to Evelyn's memory, what does success look like?
Kids not being afraid to go to school. These sweet kids.
And they look to all those messages around their home for hope, just as they look to the face of the child who now motivates them to try to make a difference.
When lawmakers look at Evelyn's face, what do you want them to see?
It's so sad and hard, but we want people to feel some hope from her, from us. We want to continue to spread a message of hope, working together, and making change for the better.
The Dieckhauses, as well as advocates with Voices for a Safer Tennessee, say they know that change will not come easily. Just look at the lack of action during last year's special session on gun violence. In fact, they say it may take years, but they say they owe it to Evelyn to do whatever it takes.
It is so profound how they hold grief and hope together.
Absolutely.
How heavy that is.
Remarkable.
Yeah.
You know, Phil, the trend in Tennessee has been to relax gun laws, not to pass new ones.
That's right. And the argument has been that relaxing gun laws will make us safer. So is that true? I've been crunching the data to try to get an answer to that question. Our investigation of this important issue will continue next week. Meanwhile, if you want to know more about Katie and Mike's efforts, you can find Voices for a Safer Tennessee online at safertn.org.